Hello friends, I'm Pastor John, pastor of Sellersburg United Methodist Church, and this is What's Up Wednesday for Wednesday, March 11th. And it's good to be back. I was gone the last 2 Wednesdays. The first Wednesday 2 weeks ago, I was in O'Hare Airport on my way to Greece and Rome on a trip with 26 others as we pilgrimaged around Greece and then left Greece and went to Rome. And we're walking in the footsteps of Paul. So we visited many of the cities that are familiar to Paul's story in the New Testament, Philippi and Thessaloniki and Athens, as well as Rome. And so I'm looking forward to sharing my trip and my journeys with you. We're planning a wonderful sermon series right after Easter called The Footsteps of Paul. So look forward to that in just a few weeks, not too long now, ahead of us. So it's good to be back. If you didn't know, if you didn't see me on Sunday, I do have a bit of a cold and a little bit of a cough, as you can see. So all that's getting better and slowly getting back into the swing of things and going. So, but I also mentioned on Sunday morning that my mother was in the hospital. She is still in the hospital. But she has now been moved to what it would be her home hospital where her actual doctor is. That's at St. Francis up in Greenwood, Southport area, just south side of Indianapolis. And so I'll be leaving after I get this video posted and heading up there to see her because I've stayed away over the weekend because of the cold and the cough and everything. So feeling much better today and looking forward to seeing her. Also wanted to mention that Jennifer, my wife, will be going in for surgery tomorrow morning early. And so I may be a little hard to find tomorrow and into Friday just because I'm not sure. She's spending the night after the surgery. I know that for sure. So I don't know where I'll be in terms of helping her and getting and doing whatever I need to do for that process. So just please keep both my mother and Jennifer in your prayers, if you will. So aside from all the things going on personally for me, there is a lot going on for the church as well. We are planning on having Friday morning Bible study this Friday morning at 10 a.m. We took a 2-week break while I was gone on my trip, but we're back for the final 3 weeks of our 6-week series, The Message of Jesus. And so we've been looking at the main points of Jesus' life and message and what he was trying to get across to all of us within the gospel lessons. And so we have 3 weeks left, and we'll start that back up this Friday morning, downstairs room 2 at 10 a.m. You can park in the parking lot behind the church and come in that back door. And anyone's welcome, even if you haven't been to one of our studies before. You are more than welcome to join us any Friday morning at 10 a.m. That leads us into Saturday, and of course the men will be here Saturday morning at 8:30. They'll be in the fellowship hall here on this level, and we'll have breakfast and then a time of prayer. And then they usually have a wonderful question about theology or about the Bible and get us started and talking about that. So we have a great time. You should come and join us. All the men of our church and our community are welcome to come and just come out and have breakfast with us. I think you might enjoy that. Then following that at 11:30, right here in the sanctuary, the choir is meeting. They are preparing a few songs for Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and Easter. And so we had our first rehearsal this past Saturday. I almost remember it. You know, I just got in from 11 hours of flying Friday night and got up first thing Saturday morning. And I was still a little hazy on Saturday, but I think we had a good rehearsal. And so I'm looking forward to our second rehearsal this week. If you can only make a few rehearsals, that's okay. We're just doing a couple songs. They're not super difficult. And would love to have you be there and be a part of that. So that's 11:30 Saturday morning right here in the sanctuary. That leads us back to Sunday worship. We are in week 4 of our Lenten series, Stories of Faith. We've heard from 3 different groups now. We've heard from Phyllis and Flora and Flo, and then of course Dennis and Deb this past Sunday. If you missed any of those, you can go to our website and go to worship and sermons And there you'll find a listing and links to each sermon, one by one. And so if you don't want to listen to the whole worship service now that it's over, you can watch just the sermon part. Would encourage you to do that. We're learning a lot about our own faith stories and learning a lot about our neighbors. And so we have 2 more of those to go. This Sunday will be Janet. Janet Worley will be sharing her story with us during worship. And then the following Sunday we'll be hearing from Melissa and Justin Dunn as they will be sharing their story. So I'm looking forward to both of these Sundays. I hope you are too. And very excited about this series that we have going. Also, this Sunday, the 15th of March, is UMCOR Sunday. And if you saw, I put a big article about it in my GPS, my weekly email that came out yesterday. But UMCOR, of course, is United Methodist Committee on Relief. And that's what they do. They provide relief. Sometimes that's after a disaster. Many times, most times actually, that's after a disaster, a tornado, a hurricane, a fire, all those kind of things. Everywhere you've heard about a natural disaster. We just had storms come through last night, and still some more today. And so Jennifer, as our conference coordinator for disaster response, is already reaching out to the churches that were affected. And UMCOR will be a part of that ongoing. And so when you donate throughout the year to UMCOR, 100% of that money goes to the type of response that you are supporting. And so in order to make that true, in order to make it true that that gift goes 100%, we have to support the back end, right? The salaries and the building leases and paper and pencil and electricity and those kind of costs, right? What we call overhead. And so in order to do that, they have a single month of offering. And so we have any Sunday in March, we can receive money. We are specifically doing that this Sunday on the 15th. So this UMCOR Sunday offering goes specifically to cover the overhead. So this will go specifically to cover the salaries, which they only have like 5 employees. They do response and relief around the world with 5 employees and 1 office in New York. And so then they also have some other staging areas and buildings around the country. But it's really they are very efficient in how they work, and they use a lot of volunteers. So this Sunday we will have a special offering called UMCOR Sunday Offering, and that money will go specifically to cover the overhead part, so that the rest of the year when we take UMCOR offerings for specific disasters, all of that money goes to the disaster and not to cover salaries and those things. So UMCOR Sunday, this Sunday, looking forward to that. So a lot going on, as always, and I'm excited to be here and be a part of this church. I'm excited to be back. We just have so many things going on here that it always keeps me busy, and I like staying busy. So I just enjoy being here, and I missed all of you. I'm looking forward especially to Easter coming up, and I've got that in the works and planning. And then, of course, this exciting sermon series after Easter, The Footsteps of Paul. And so a lot of things going on, and try to keep up with all of you. Keep up with me if you can. But that's what's up this Wednesday. I hope that you have a great day. Stay safe today. Stay dry. And I hope you have a great day and a blessed week.